Howdy, BR here. Let's get right down to business, shall we? Got a lot to cover today. This is my first beer review, so thank you for viewing this, and we'll try to just speed right along. Today's first beer we will be reviewing is Elysian's very own Space Dust IPA. Let's get that in there so you can see the logo. You're going to want to pick you up some of this. Trust me. Now, IPAs, that's a craft beer, obviously, so this review is probably geared more towards the craft beer crowd. Elysian, everyone in the Pacific Northwest has probably heard of them. I'm sure they've spread across the western United States by now. You folks out there in Colorado, I would assume you've got some of that out there. It is a good beer. I would so far go to say that Elysian's flagship beer is Space Dust. I mean, this is a popular beer, folks. Take a look at this here. Pretty golden looking. The color is very consistent with most IPAs, I would say. It's pretty robust. And it is fucking delicious. Let's give her a shot, shall we? That's good beer. So right off the bat, I get the initial bite of the hops. Very hoppy, especially just that first kick really punches you there with the hops. But the aftertaste is not strong. I would call it a middle-of-the-road beer. Now, as my show progresses, hopefully you'll catch on to some of my odd terminology. But I don't mean that it's not a good beer when I say it's middle-of-the-road. I don't think it's a decent beer. This is good fucking beer. And so, without further ado, I'm going to go to my beer pad over here where I've jotted down some notes straight off of Elysian's very own website here. So their tasting notes on this Space Dust is the hopping is pure Starglow energy with Chinook to bitter and late and dry additions of Citra and Amarillo. Okay, now those are hops. Chinook, Citra, and Amarillo are various types of hops. Can I taste the difference? Can I differentiate between the two? No, I can't. And I would be surprised if most people could, even the biggest beer aficionados out there. But it tastes good. If bitter beer isn't your thing, you probably don't drink much IPA, and you're not going to want to run out and buy this one. An IPA fan, if you're kind of just a blanket IPA fan, go out and get you some of this. It's good. It's real good. Not real citrusy. Not real sweet. It's a very well balanced IPA. And to me that means the citrus taste and the hoppiness are balanced very well. To a true beer aficionado, brewmaster, balance may mean something different, but that's what it fucking means to me, so that's what we're going with in my show. I'm going to go through some notes here real quick. I don't want to drag this on too long. So the malts that they use are pale, C-15, so I don't know that, and Dextra Pills. I'm not a brewer. I'm not that wild about the technology, it's the science of beer. I just really like it. It's delicious. I will probably drink a few more of these. Let's see, the hops I mentioned before are Chinook, Citra, and Amarillo. I don't know if it's Texas. I'm American, I call it Amarillo. Now, the body, according to Elysian, is light to medium. I would say that's consistent with what we see here. Middle of the road IPA and coloring. Cool. Cheers. God, that is delicious. That really is good. Now, here is kind of what doesn't necessarily make it stand out from other IPAs, and the ABV isn't something I strive for. I love beers that are 4%. I love beers that are 11. ABV is 8.2, so this little fucker will sneak up on you. So my suggested kind of drinking style for this beer, it's especially good if just had not maybe the best day at work. You get home, you don't want to sit on the couch and drink beer all night because it's Tuesday. So grab a couple of these, put one down, 15 minutes, and then nurse that second one for an hour or so, and it'll get you where you need to be. It'll make you forget that dickhead coworker, kind of put everything behind you, but also you'll be coherent enough to help your beautiful wife prepare your meal. Now, bitterness, it's like I said, the initial bitterness is right up there. Not a bad aftertaste, fairly light aftertaste. On the International Bitterness Unit, or IBU scale, it's a 73. No, that doesn't really mean anything to me. I feel like that's a fairly arbitrary scale. But, it's decently bitter. Again, if you don't like bitter beer, don't get you some of this. But if you're an IPA fan, you need to go out and get you some. You've probably heard of it before. So to close, I like this beer. This is a good damn beer. If you haven't had it before, you need to go out and get you some. If you know what this is and you like it, go out and get you some. So to all you folks out there, keep your stick on the ice, and remember, drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. That's for fools. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, don't be drinking. Probably shouldn't operate machinery after you had a few or one. Keep it legal. This is a great privilege that we have this beer. It's one of the best things about being human. Let's be responsible here. Go get you some of this space dust. And thanks for tuning in. We'll be back a little bit later this evening with yet another beer review. Bottoms up, folks.